Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Friday, December 15th, 2023. I, of course, am with Originator Success. Great to have you here on your mortgage rate update, rate conversation, the only place on the web where you guys get to be a part of the conversation. Let's go ahead and dive in, talk about what we're going to talk about this morning. So, we're going to talk about what do the tea leaves have to say? Is our rates going to get better? Where are we going from here? What's going on with the Fed? Fed president, New York Fed president Williams out there making some talk about what he said and what the reaction was to that. And we're going to talk about whether you want to be locking or floating this morning and where we would go from there. So if you are here live this morning, say hello. Remember, you can join me live each and every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and give us a hashtag replay in the comments. Really appreciate you doing that. All right, let's take a look at the charts and all that good stuff here, and we'll get to that. And then I'll recognize who's here live this morning. We'll say hello. So mortgage-backed securities down about 6 basis points now to start the day. You'll notice we're watching the 5.5 coupon again. Doesn't really matter that much. I've got the 6.0 coupon here, and that's currently at par at the moment. All right. It doesn't really matter which one we're watching. They're going to be very similar. The 5.5 has more trading volume, and it's a little bit closer to where we want to be looking at right now. But overall, not that big of a difference. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot, and let's talk some fancy chart jargon here and kind of show you guys what's going on. I'm going to take a screenshot of the Japanese candlestick chart here. Actually, I'm going to take another one where it doesn't have that block on it. Hold on a minute. Let me move this here. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take a screenshot of this fancy chart here. Now, you can see that we have had a wonderful rise, wonderful run up on here, right? However, what happens is that within that run, you have these little areas where you kind of come up and then it drops back down. And then boom, look at this. What gave us this extra little leg? Well, that was the Fed. Otherwise, what probably would have happened here is we probably would have seen this start to cap out here, right? Now, again, I can do what other people do, and we could like put it to the top of the candlesticks and talk about this range and blah, 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 and all this other stuff, right? Like we can draw these wonderful technicals here. But basically, what would have happened is we probably would have leveled out and stuck here. Now, we got another bump up. But again, this is like juicing, y'all. I just don't think this is going to hold very long. Yesterday, we started to pull back a little bit, and then today we're down again. Now, I say that we're down because here we were down 6 basis points when I took the screenshot. But then let's get rid of that screenshot. What does it say now? We're up 2 basis points. Look at that. However, I just don't trust this, y'all. I feel like it is a great time to go ahead and consider locking in some loans. Basically, here's my thinking behind what's going on with this, right? So looking at the technicals, I don't think that bonds are going to continue to rally super hard. We're going to see small improvements, but nothing is going to make rate sheets amazingly better. We've seen some really, really significant moves lower. We got a gift from the Fed on this week on rates. Remember, 2-3 weeks ago, I said the middle of December, we have a good shot at seeing better rates than we have today. And that happened. Now, I'm not going to swallow too much wonderful pie on this because don't give me too much credit, right? I was expecting we had 3 events. I figured we'd need to see better labor market stuff, better inflation stuff, and then we'd see a better Fed meeting. Well, we got a whiff on the first one and a whiff on the second one, and I figured we were going to see a whiff on the Fed meeting. However, I told you we needed to float into that Fed meeting because we needed to just keep our options open. Well, when that Fed meeting hit, boom, it was a wonderful surprise. We got our PS5 under the tree. Life is good. And we saw rates take a dip, a very significant dip. And now you're going to see all the talk about refinancing, all the stuff out there. And you should be. Now, by the way, again, I can't stress this enough. So Originator Success members, we're going to be sending some stuff out to on not overload, but we're going to be going extra here because we want to make sure your clients are communicating with you. Not just that we're going to try to shake the tree, because the problem is, what if we shake the tree and you have people that are like, oh, hey, Scott Menser, Scott's always on, and they're like, or Robert Bashir, he's a member, like, Robert, I know I closed 2 months ago, but I want to refinance. Well, I don't want to create problems for you, but they're going to see stuff anyway. And if you're not contacting them, they're likely going to be contacted by somebody else, or they could be contacting somebody else. So I'm looking at this as a way to avoid early payoffs and things like that. So anyway, you want to be contacting your past clients, anybody you've closed over the last year, and picking up some loans that are there. And then, of course, keeping that wolf at bay for EPOs. And I'm going to do some other stuff next week. We're going to talk much more about EPOs and things like that. Mike Morano said, boy, lock 15 days or less due to good pricing right now. Past 15 days, cautiously float. No, Mike, for me, let me put it up on the screen so we have it here. Hold on. I got to just find it. Where is my lock advice today? Recap, reprice, risk, outlook. Oh, here it is. Lock advice. Lock anything. All right. So my lock advice is to lock anything closing in the next 30 days. Let me show you why. Let me pull up. We'll pull up the calendar in Rate Alert here just so I can show you. So we're going to switch this over to the monthly view. So here's the deal, right? Right now we are over here on the 15th. As it says here, the bond market is closed Friday of next week. We've got the Friday before New Year's. These 2 weeks become a basic ghost town. All right. This is kind of the last week that we see anything. We do have PCE. Is the bond market closed or closes early? I'm going to have to take a look at this. I don't know that I trust that it closes. I would think it probably closes at 2 p.m., but we're going to get PCE data. If we take a look here, let me pull up the economic calendar. One more reason why I think Rate Alert is a crappy service now. They don't give you any of the economic calendar. Like they're only, today's Friday. Hello. How do you not know what's going on next week? How do you not have that up there for your members? I don't want to sound like whatever. Remember, y'all, for those of you that may not know, I helped start Rate Alert. I introduced that site. They only just a while ago took my voice off that thing. Finally, I haven't had anything to do with them since 2014. It's almost 10 years now. But I don't like what they've become. To me, they're garbage. Anyway, Mortgage News Daily is a fantastic one. MBS Live, if you're looking for a service, if you want live data, Matt Graham, they're about $40 a month, and very, very good service. So anyway, looking at the economic calendar for next week here, you can see that we've got housing numbers, but they're not going to move anything. We've got the existing home sales and number of apps and stuff. We've got our regular jobless claims. You got some final GDP numbers here, but again, not likely to make any big significant move. Friday, we've got PCE inflation data right here, but that's, again, it's really just likely to make, we've got consumer sentiment. Yeah, markets close at 2 p.m. They close early. Oh, you can't see it under the lock advice thing. Hold on a minute. Let me get rid of that. All right, so they close early on Friday. That sounded right to me. I didn't think they'd be closed for the day. That sounded weird. So again, that's why Rate Alert, garbage service. I don't like them. Anyway, Friday, we've got PCE inflation data, but it's not going to make a big difference, right? And then the week between Christmas and New Year's, I don't even know what's on there, but none of that really matters because you're going to have very low trading volume. There's a little volatility. Rate sheets tend to be conservative. So, in my opinion, Mike, I would be locking everything that's closing in the next 30 days because we're not going to see any chance to really get big movement until the data and the January 11th CPI inflation data. So today's the 15th. That's already almost 30 days from now. So those loans aren't going to benefit from that. There's just kind of too much risk going on. I wouldn't float a loan that's closing in 30 days into that jobs data on the 5th because it's, what if it's not all that great? Ron said Rate Watch is getting obsolete. They were leading edge, but they've gotten away from their core, trying to be everything to everybody. Yeah, I don't even know what Rate Watch is anymore, Ron. I haven't even seen that one. I don't even follow that one. But I don't want to use my platform as a, to say negative things about other services. That's why I say positive things about MBS Live. And Matt Graham doesn't like me from years and years ago. So I don't even have any connection to them. I have no affiliation to them. I get no money from them, and I don't even get the time of day. I pay just like everybody else, but I'm pretty sure he knows that I use the service to share with y'all what's going on, and I think they're okay with it because, in my mind, I would be. It's like free advertising, right? Anyway, let's look at some of the headlines. I want to show you guys some of the things real quick, what we're going on this morning. Fed Williams there, he had some things to say. So New York Fed Reserve President John Williams threw cold water on rate cut optimism for next year. Policymaker told CNBC it was premature to be thinking about a March interest rate cut. Let me pop this over here like this so I can put my pretty little face up here so you all see me. All right, so he said it was premature. And when that happened, it was actually kind of interesting because I got to refresh this. It won't let me move the screen. So hold on a second. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, good morning, everybody. Do you guys, I miss saying your names. I'm trying to change my format a little bit because I want to get, if I'm going to have people watching the replays on YouTube and stuff, I need to tweak it a little, but I do like seeing my friends. Good morning, Mr. Ron Siegel. And we got Kyle Mazikas here, Robert Bashir, of course, and Mike Morano, Kenny Rivard, Mallory Footiatis, Monica Dinkins, Rob Stewart, Tom Denmore, Deb Dickinson. Good morning, all of you. Megan Lindbergh, good morning. Great to see all of you. So anyway, taking a look here. No, I don't want to zoom it, Mike. I like doing my restream on the socials. So say my name. Little Destiny's Child for Robert. I got you. All right. So if you take a look here, you could see this dip. Let me. Oh, you zoom it so you can see it. Yeah, here. Let me also turn my face off for a minute. All right. Here we go. So take a look here. Do you see right next to my head? There's a dip right here. And that was when Williams opened up his mouth. And what that shows me, just how fragile it is right now with markets, with where we're at. And again, we're up a couple basis points, down a couple basis points. That's actually not bad, but I just don't trust it. I think it's a really good time to lock even things closing 15 days out. Just because I would, and I could be wrong. And again, it depends on risk tolerance. If you've got loans that are more risk tolerance, some other things that caught my eye that I wanted to share with y'all. We've also got not just our own Fed, but there's actually overseas does come into play. It is a global economy now. So we've got the IMF, we've got the ECB, we've got the EU and the BOE. I know all these things, right? So the IMF is the International Monetary Fund, right? That's the ones, and they're saying, hey, central banks around the world shouldn't rush to relax their fight against inflation, even with the Fed Reserve signaling its own policy pivot next year. Sometimes countries prematurely declare victory, and then inflation gets more entrenched and the fight becomes harder. But European Central Bank, the ECB, they are already expected to be the first ones to have to cut. They have actually come out and been a little less dovish about that, but markets think because their economy is slowing down much more rapidly than the U.S. economy, they're going to be the first ones to have to pull the trigger. But all this does come into play. So we need to know that this is global and there's some more going on. You need to be aware of the headlines that are making it out there that are going to shake up your world. Mortgage rates in the U.S. slide below 7% for first time since August. Freddie Mac economist says market could thaw in the coming year. Buyers are still confronting a lack of homes for sale. That's actually all pretty accurate, surprisingly so. But you definitely, you want to make sure that you're in front of your clients. And there you are. Bobby Searson, you like it I like it when I say your name. So, because y'all are joining me live, like Garrett Knox and Joshua, is it Krantz or Trans? How do you say that, Joshua? Anyway, that's it for y'all. It's Friday. I'm kind of done. It's been a long week. Just feels like it's been a long week. Remember, I am going to do one more vision planning workshop on the 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to start sending out some emails about that. Remember that you can sign up for our written lock advice, www.ratelockadvice.com, our text alerts, www.ratetextalerts.com. So Linky, what's up, man? Have a good weekend. And remember, you can check us out at originatorssuccess.com. I got to tell you, we're losing members still. LOs are struggling, and it breaks my heart because I've been there and I get it. And we're working, we're trying to help you all get business in all different ways. 2024 is going to be an oddish kind of year. Rates are going to improve. There's going to be more business. It's going to get better, but it's still going to be hard, and you got to be fighting for it. So have a plan. Anyway, that's it for this week. I don't know what y'all are doing. Tell me what you guys are doing this weekend. Honeydew list. I got honeydew list stuff to do, so I'll be focusing on that. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm just rambling today. Rambling man. I'm just a rambling man. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. I hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season. Last night, I went with my wife and saw a candlelight concert quartet. It was wicked awesome. It was very cool. And in fact, here, let's see if I have a picture from it. I don't take a ton of pictures, but no, it's, oh, wait. Library. Here it is. Check this out. This is wicked cool, y'all. Come on, turn on. Here they were. And let's see. Dun, 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 dun. It's like you would think if these would have been like old school candles, I'd be afraid they were going to burn the place down, but nothing that we had to worry about there. One of these is oh, here it is. Ready? Let's play that one more time. Yeah, it's very cool, very intimate, and a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to go play some poker tonight, and otherwise it's all the same old, same old. Ron said put a fork in it, means done. I am done, Ron. I am done. So, all right, my friends, y'all have a fantastic one. I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.